all attendees.
In line with the spirit of my inaugural speech, my message to the nation on Independence Day, and my directives at the Council of Ministers on April 9th, today, I reiterate the high priority I place on consultation as a
Senegal's new dawn, the rise of Basiru Diomaye Faye, and the anti-colonial wave. Welcome to Noble Black News, your go-to source for in-depth stories and analysis about Africa and the global Black community. Today, we delve into a transformative moment in Senegal's history. Under the leadership of President Basiru Diomaye Faye, Senegal is poised to break free from decades of neocolonial influence and forge a new path toward true independence. Join us as we explore the dynamics of political alliances, anti-colonial sentiment, and the future of Senegal in this pivotal era. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Let's dive into the story of Senegal's new dawn and its implications for the entire African continent. Senegal has long been under the influence of its former colonial ruler, France. For many years, old leaders governed the nation, often adhering to the directives of Western powers, particularly France. However, the tide has started to turn with the election of a young and dynamic leader. Join me as we dive into this untold story today. The legacy of colonial influence. For years after colonialism, many former French colonies, especially in West Africa, viewed France as a neo-colonialist state and oppressor. This sentiment explains the numerous coups in these countries, often followed by anti-French protests and disdain for French policies. This backdrop sets the stage for the current doubts and hopes lingering in Senegal, now led by the 44-year-old Pan-Africanist, Basiru Diomaye Faye, the country's youngest and Africa's youngest democratically elected president. A new leader, new questions. One of the prominent questions is whether President Faye will join the leaders of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso in forming a confederation and the Sahel Military Alliance. Entities free from French and Western influence, exploitation, oppression, and neocolonialism. The governments of these countries have already made public their plans to form such a confederation, following their exit from traditional alliances perceived as influenced by Western interest. The Sahel Military Alliance. In September 2023, the Sahel Military Alliance was created. A few months after a significant coup in the region, the alliance aims to foster diplomatic and economic development among its member states. The withdrawal from the previous alliances was justified by claims of illegal and inhumane sanctions imposed by Western powers, which are seen as not serving the interest of West African people. The new confederation promises to remain an alliance, united by the common ambition of the emancipation of Africa, focusing on peace, security, development, and integration of its peoples. The democratic journey of Senegal. Senegal, historically known for its democracy, faced challenges when former President Macky Sall attempted to postpone elections. This move was seen as a threat to democracy. However, the newly elected President Faye has been under pressure to clarify his stance on issues concerning Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Senegal shares borders with Mali to the southeast and Guinea to the south, making its political stance crucial in regional dynamics. The rising anti-French sentiment. In recent years, anti-French sentiment has grown in Francophone countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, leading to military coups and the withdrawal of French military presence. These nations have increasingly turned to Russia for support, reflecting a broader shift away from Western influence. In Senegal, a viral video purportedly showing President Faye criticizing France and calling for an end to its neocolonial practices has circulated widely, further fueling speculation about his political moves. The Pan-Africanist agenda. President Faye's administration, including Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko, a known Pan-Africanist and anti-French activist, has promised to review ties with France. This move raises questions about the future of Senegal's foreign policy. The young leaders of West Africa are increasingly resisting Western oppression and advocating for true independence and self-determination. A history of dependence and resistance. For decades, Senegal, like many of its West African neighbors, grappled with the complex legacy of colonialism. Despite gaining political independence, the economic and cultural ties to France remain strong. French businesses dominated many sectors of the economy, and the French language and educational systems were deeply entrenched. This created a sense of ongoing dependency, which many Senegalese and other West Africans viewed as a continuation of colonial exploitation. Economic ties and cultural influence. French companies have long had a significant presence in Senegal, controlling key industries such as telecommunications, banking, and infrastructure. This economic dominance has often been criticized as a form of neocolonialism, where the former colonial power continues to extract wealth from its former colonies. The presence of French military bases and personnel further reinforced the perception of French control over the region's security and political affairs. The winds of change. The election of Basiru Diomaye Faye represents a significant shift in Senegalese politics. His Pan-Africanist stance and anti-French rhetoric have resonated with many young Senegalese who are eager for change. Faye's promise to review and potentially sever ties with France has been met with both hope and skepticism. While some see it as a bold move towards true independence, others worry about the economic and political repercussions. The formation of a new alliance, the Sahel Military Alliance, consisting of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, aims to create a bloc of West African nations free from Western influence. This alliance seeks to establish stronger regional cooperation in security, economic development, and diplomacy. By joining this alliance, Senegal would signal a major shift away from French influence, aligning itself more closely with other African nations seeking greater autonomy. Challenges and opportunities. Joining the Sahel Military Alliance presents both challenges and opportunities for Senegal. On one hand, it could strengthen regional cooperation and security, making the region less dependent on foreign powers. On the other hand, it could lead to economic and political isolation from Western countries, which have traditionally been major trading partners and sources of aid. President Faye's vision for Senegal. President Faye has articulated a vision of a self-reliant and united Africa. He has emphasized the importance of economic independence, cultural pride, and political sovereignty. His administration has already begun taking steps to reduce French influence, including reviewing contracts with French companies and exploring partnerships with other international players such as China and Russia. The role of young leaders. The rise of young, dynamic leaders like Basiru Diomaye Faye represents a new chapter for Africa. These leaders are determined to break free from the legacy of colonialism and build a united, sovereign continent. Their efforts to form new alliances and resist external influence are crucial for Africa's future. The path forward for Senegal. As Senegal navigates this new era, the world watches closely. Will President Faye join the confederation with Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso? Will Senegal finally break free from French influence and forge its path to true independence? The coming months will be pivotal in shaping the future of Senegal and the broader. President Basiru Diomaye Faye's historic visit to Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Nigeria. West Africa has long been a region marked by both its rich cultural heritage and its complex political landscape. In recent years, countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Nigeria have faced numerous challenges, including security threats, economic instability, and the lingering impacts of neocolonial influence. Against this backdrop, President Faye's visit is a bold step towards greater regional cooperation and solidarity. President Basiru Diomaye Faye, Senegal's youngest and Africa's youngest democratically elected president, has consistently advocated for a united and self-reliant Africa. His vision includes reducing dependency on former colonial powers, fostering economic independence, and enhancing regional security through collaboration. This visit underscores his commitment to these principles and his desire to work closely with neighboring countries to achieve shared goals. President Faye's journey began in Burkina Faso, where he was warmly welcomed by President Ibrahim Traoré. The two leaders discussed various issues, including the fight against terrorism, economic cooperation, and the importance of regional stability. Burkina Faso, like many West African nations, has been grappling with security threats, particularly from terrorist groups operating in the Sahel region. The meeting between Faye and Traoré emphasized the need for a united front
and express my willingness to continue working on both sides so that there are areas of convergence that still allow us to discuss what is not working and to see how to change what is not working, because we have the historical responsibility and the legacy of our founding fathers regarding this whole thing to fight within the ECOWAS and together so that the ECOWAS remains what it should never have ceased to be, namely an integration body that has been cited as an example that we must perpetuate, strengthen, and protect against any attempts to divert the ECOWAS from its goal of African integration. Please add me to thank him for his kindness.
In addressing these challenges, President Faye traveled to Mali, where he met with President Assimi Goïta. The discussions focused on strengthening military cooperation and sharing intelligence to combat terrorism effectively. Mali has been a focal point of regional instability, and enhanced cooperation with Senegal is seen as a critical step in restoring peace and security. The two leaders also explored opportunities for economic collaboration. particularly in areas such as agriculture and infrastructure development. In Niger, President Faye was received by President Mohamed Bazoum. Their talks centered on reinforcing the Sahel military alliance and expanding economic ties. Niger, which shares borders with both Mali and Nigeria, plays a crucial role in regional security. The leaders agreed on the importance of collective action in tackling the root causes of instability, including poverty and lack of education. They also discussed potential projects in renewable energy and water management to boost sustainable development. The final leg of President Faye's tour took him to Nigeria, where he met with President Bola Tinubu. As the largest economy in Africa, Nigeria is a pivotal player in the region. The discussions between Faye and Tinubu covered a wide range of topics, including trade, infrastructure, and security. They emphasized the need for stronger economic integration and the creation of a regional market that can drive growth and development across West Africa. Additionally, they agreed on enhancing joint military exercises and intelligence sharing to improve regional security. President Faye's visit marks the beginning of a new era of regional unity and cooperation in West Africa. By joining hands with Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Nigeria, Senegal is taking a leading role in fostering a more integrated and self-reliant region. This collaboration is expected to yield significant benefits, including enhanced security, economic growth, and greater political stability. As West Africa moves towards greater unity, the collaborative efforts initiated by President Faye and his counterparts will be crucial in shaping the future of the region. The commitment to shared goals and mutual support reflects a strong desire to overcome historical challenges and build a prosperous, peaceful, and united West Africa. President Faye's visit to France is part of a broader strategy to balance Senegal's international relationships while advocating for reduced dependency on France. Faye recognizes the importance of maintaining a constructive dialogue and leveraging opportunities for mutual benefit. His approach reflects a nuanced understanding of global diplomacy, where building bridges and addressing historical imbalances are both crucial. The visit has garnered significant attention both in Senegal and internationally. Many Senegalese see it as a positive step towards redefining their country's relationship with France, while others remain cautious, emphasizing the need for tangible results and real changes. Internationally, the visit is viewed as a signal of Senegal's growing assertiveness on the global stage and its commitment to shaping its own destiny. As Senegal navigates this new chapter in its foreign policy, the outcomes of President Faye's visit to France will be closely watched. The agreements and understandings reached during this visit have the potential to set a new tone for Senegal-France relations, one based on mutual respect, equity, and shared goals. Thank you for joining us on Noble Black News as we explore the significant diplomatic visit and its implications for Senegal and West Africa. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us continue to bring you important stories from around the world. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our interesting content. Country moves towards a future free from colonial influence. The challenges are immense, but the opportunities for growth and independence are even greater. Thank you for joining us on Noble Black News as we explore these significant developments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us continue to bring you important stories from around the world. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our interesting content.
Welcome to Noble Black News, where empowerment meets truth. Our mission is to uplift and empower the Black community. We stand for truth, integrity, and representation. Our stories are your stories, told with pride and passion. Join us as we celebrate our heritage and our future. Together, we are stronger, louder, and more united. Noble Black News is your voice, your platform, your news. We bring you the stories that matter, with integrity and heart. Our commitment is to the truth, no matter the cost. We highlight the achievements and struggles of our community. Every story we tell is a step towards empowerment. We are more than news. We are a movement. Join us in making a difference, one story at a time. Together, we can change the narrative. Noble Black News, empowering our community, one story at a time.